But you see, I raised up this ministry who refuses to compromise with sin. The Yalaf and the Tav, Almighty Wind, Ruach HaKodesh, Wildfire Ministry. My Mighty Wind Ministry is a mighty rushing wind going through the world, and Satan cannot stop it. So he gets everyone focused on a mere woman, Elisabeth Elijah. Those who know and love her can tell the difference between her and when I, Yahweh, speak forth. But it isn't the mere woman speaking forth. I am Yahweh, and I tell you this ministry is calling forth the true bride of Yeshua HaMashiach to come forth, because you need one another. All of you are being attacked. You are like a wounded animal licking your own wounds because you cannot trust anyone. So I, Yahweh, put this group together, and I use this vessel speaking forth to burst it into the physical realm. Yahweh had already bursted in the spiritual realm. And it is the Yeshua's demon stompers, the holy prayer warriors. You will see Judas's come and go. It is their choice. I told you, not everyone is fit to be the bride of Yeshua HaMashiach. Only those that remain loyal to the end. You will know who the bride is. Oh, my darling ones, I forbid you to weep another tear over another Judas. I forbid you to weep. Instead, look at all the apostles and true followers of Yahushua who refuse to conform with sin. The church of the pretenders refuse to put I, Yahweh, and Yahushua and the precious Ruach HaKodesh first. And you are surrounded by the pretenders, and they will have the fate of a Judas. It was already written down. A Judas is the ultimate contamination. You see, this Judas did not want to keep this contamination of telling the ministry on prophets that doing communion is of the devil, like cannibalism and vampirism, like leprosy to themselves. No, they reached out to defile and contaminate the holy bride, Yahushua's demon stompers, even this holy one speaking for us to lead them to the Antichrist. The Judases will always do this. They do not want to keep the contamination to themselves. They want to share it. So weep no more for the Judases. This is a somber message. Do you think Yahushua took pleasure on the day he exposed who Judas was? But you see, beloved ones, I will only allow a Judas to stay hidden for so long. Look around the world. Some have put their faith in their jobs. Some love their jobs more than I, Yahweh. Some put their faith in finances, and they're seeing their financial empires crumble before their eyes. Some put their faith in spouses, and I am revealing things you'd rather not see. I am dividing, and I will continue to divide anyone who contaminates my bride. I test you. Who do you love more? That heathen spouse? Those who claim they are equally yoked, and yet when one of the spouses will say, I must have more of your attention, who will you prove that you love more? So many that desire to be the bride of Yahushua are in these households. I am testing. The trials of your faith are more precious than gold. This is your trial. Who do you love more? For those not married, you weep and mourn and say, I must have a mate. Who do you love more? You do not know what you ask. That is why I said I will not join unequally yoked marriages in these end times. You can make all the excuses you want. The marriages I join together, they equally love me, work for me, obey my spirit, and not their flesh. Those who are not married and weep and mourn, you do not know the blessings I give you. You do not know what you ask. I repeat, that is why I said I will not join unequally yoked marriages in these end times. The marriages I join together are holy. Those who are not married and weep and mourn, you do not know the blessings I give you. You do not have to be concerned pleasing anyone but I, Yahweh. In the end, none of my bride will be unequally yoked. I shall repeat, Yahushua HaMashiach will use a dividing sword, and before this bride is taken off of this earth, if they are unequally yoked, Yahushua will divide. I will not allow my bride to be contaminated. It was only for a set time, for lightness and darkness cannot go together. This is a war. Yahushua fights for his bride, and the enemy cannot win. I put light with light, and the light only becomes brighter. It is not a struggle. Together, when you put Yahweh, Yahushua, and the Ruach HaKodesh first in your life and your love, did I not warn? Your worst enemies will be in your own household. I warn again now, those who do not want to be divided, those who love their spouse more than I, Yahweh, those that spit my word back in your face and brand you a false prophet, Elizabeth, know this. These are not your words. These are my words, and it is backed up in Holy Scriptures. Remember Prophecy 111. I had another prophet in Nehemiah literally cursed and pulled the men's beards and slapped them for being unequally yoked. So when the attacks come, and yes they will come, be as a Stephen. Holy Bride of Yeshua HaMashiach, keep your eyes focused, not on the boulders that will hit you. Keep your eyes focused on Yahushua. They stone you, but are really stoning Yahushua. And yes, I dare to speak to those who dare call themselves Christians. But I, Yahweh, call you Ichabod Christians. Nehemiah 13:25. And I contended with them and cursed them, and I smote certain of them, and I plucked off their hair, and I made them swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourself. Nehemiah 13:27. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our God and marrying strange wives? So I leave you with these words. I told you, everything that can be shaken will be shaken. I remind you of this in Prophecy 105. I warned you ahead of time what 2010 will be like in Prophecy 116. You must be faith water walkers. I've spoken this day, your Abba Yahweh, the true bride of Yeshua HaMashiach who hears this word, will contact you, will validate this word. They have heard my voice. They will stand by your side, be loyal and defend. They will no longer care what men and women say. They will defend what they know to be true. Know this also. This prophecy only gives the enemies more reason to hate you. But this is nothing new. Yahushua was and is hated. Can you expect anything less? For you are his reflection on this earth, the ones I call Yahushua HaMashiach's bride. So it has been spoken this day on February 19, 2010, a Sabbath. Spoken under the anointing of the Ruach HaKodesh, and given to me, Apostle Elisabeth Elijah Nehemiah. I offend most, but I am a blessing to others. A child, warrior, bride of Yeshua HaMashiach. and no devil can take that away from me.